Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Muhammad Azizul Haq, assistant teacher, Kishirganj Government Boys High School. Welcome everybody to my new class. I hope all of my students of Kishirganj Government Boys High School are safe and sound with your guardians. And in my last class, I told you that I would come with another grammatical point, and it is a sentence. And what is sentence? You know that a group of words that makes complete sense. A group of words that makes complete sense is called sentence. Okay? And I have written two examples. See that we love Bangladesh. There are three words. We love Bangladesh. That's why it makes complete sense. That's why it is a sentence. Okay? But see that another group of words, Bangladesh, love, we. There are three words here, but it does not make any sense. That's why it's not a sentence. Now, what is the precondition of being a sentence? Then I think when a group of words will disclose the complete sense, then it will be a sentence, not before that. In the same way, I have translated so that Amra Bangladeshke Bhalobasi. Okay, there are three words here also. And when you will go to write down Bengali, see that we have used Akar and Ekar, and then Rushar and Okar and Roshikar, and those are the additional and extra things I think we have to use for Bengali writing. But see that when we will go to write down English, we just use the letters, nothing else. So what is the difference between Bengali language and English language? I think which one is easy for you? I think English is easy because we don't have to use any other things for writing English except English letters, nothing else. Okay, but when you will go to write down anything with our Bengali language, then we have to use Akar, Ekar, and Okar, and so on. So those are the things I think we have to use for writing Bengali. That's why Bengali is more difficult than English, I think. Okay. Now come to the main point. Actually, what I was telling that what is sentence? Sentence means a group of words that makes complete sense is called sentence. Okay. And now come to the part that means types of a sentence. There are two types. At first, sentence is divided into two parts here. And what are they? They are single-worded sentence and multi-worded sentence. Okay? What is single-worded sentence? And you know that whenever we will think about a sentence, and then we have to think about the basic structure of a sentence. Minimum we need three words for making a sentence. Here, see that what is single worded sentence? When one sentence makes a complete sense of a sentence, then it will be single worded sentence. See that yes, no, thanks, welcome, sure, certainly. Those are the words. If I ask you, have you eaten your breakfast? Then you will answer yes. Yes means you have eaten your breakfast. And if you don't eat your breakfast, then you will answer no. No means you haven't eaten your breakfast. So when one word will disclose the sense of a complete sentence, then it will be called that it is single worded sentence. So for example, yes, no, thanks, welcome, sure, certainly. Those are the words which are used as single worded sentence. Okay. Now come to multi-worded sentence. Which one is multi-worded? when more than one or two words will be used to make a sentence, then it will be called that it is multi-worded sentence. That multi-worded sentence is divided into two parts according to meaning and according to structure. Okay, according to meaning, sentence is divided into 5 parts. That is, there are 5 types, and they are assertive, interrogative, imperative, optative, and exclamatory. Okay, those are the kinds of sentence according to meaning. And according to structure, there are 3 types of sentences, and they are simple sentence, complex sentence, and compound sentence. Okay, and let's come to the next part of my class. There are 2 parts of a sentence. That means parts of a sentence. What are the parts of a sentence? There are 2 parts of a sentence, and they are subject and predicate. Okay, and now come to the basic structure of a sentence. What is the basic structure of a sentence? Subject plus verb plus object. Okay, it is very important. You have to know this well, otherwise you will not know, because when you will go to write down any sentence, then you have to remember the structure, basic structure of a sentence, and it is subject plus verb plus object. This subject, that means this structure is very important because this structure lies in every sentence. By basing this structure, we have to form all of the sentences. Okay, whenever you will think about your simple sentence, then you will see that there is this structure. Whenever you will think about assertive sentence, interrogative, imperative, optative, or exclamatory, whatever the sentence you will think, then you will see that there is this structure, that means subject plus verb plus object lies in that sentence. So I have to remember this, and I would like to tell about a sentence because a sentence is a must. Whatever the things you will go to read, then you have to do it by the help of that sentence. You are doing classes a lot, and you are doing the classes of all of the teachers, and I know they are working with their syllabus, and what will be said in your examination. That's why you are trying your level best to know the things which are available in your syllabus. But I think whatever the thing you will go to do, first of all you need the basic knowledge of sentence, because everything you have to do by the help of your sentence. Okay, that's why the sense of sentence should be clear first, and then you can do everything. And I think whatever the thing you will do according to your syllabus, and if there is any problem with your sentence, if sentence is not clear to you and you don't know sentence well, then I think there will be a problem for you. Okay, whatever the things you will do, you have somewhat problem with that topic. So your main duty is to clear the sentences first, and then you can go ahead whatever the things you will do. I have already told you that English is not subject oriented. It is very important you have to remember this. English is not subject oriented. You should not read it like other subject, and you will just read it not only for pass the exam, rather you will know it. It is skill based subject. That's why you have to remember that you are going to develop your 4 basic language skills, because it will be used in your practical life. And whatever the thing that is skill, what are the skills? There are 4 skills: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Whenever you will go to listen to anybody, then you have to listen to some sentences. Whenever you will go to speak, then you have to speak by the help of your sentence. Whenever you will go to read, whatever the things you will read, particularly it may be your first paper textbook, or it may be other grammatical points, paragraph, letter, application, that means writing part. You have to do everything, that means by the help of your sentence. So I think sentence should be cleared first, and then you should go ahead. Okay, and I would like to Now let's go to assertive sentence. Here I have written assertive sentence. And what is an assertive sentence? The sentence that asserts something is called assertive sentence, and it is divided into two parts, affirmative and negative. Okay, and I have written all of the other parts of this of assertive and affirmative and negative is they are changeable parts of speech. Okay, and our parts of speech are divided into two parts. One is changeable, and changeable parts of speech are noun, adjective, verb, and adverb, and unchangeable parts of speech are preposition, pronoun, conjunction, and interjection. Okay, when one word will be changeable parts of speech, then it will be changed into other parts of speech. That means if it is a verb, then it will be noun and then adjective and then adverb. Okay, and see that assert. The word is assert. Assert means something telling affirmatively or affirm something, and then its noun form is assertion, and then assertive, and then assertively. It is adverb, and assertive is adjective. And assertive is divided into two parts. I have already told you. So that affirm is verb to ensure something affirmatively, and then affirmation and affirmative, it is adjective, affirmation is noun, and then affirmatively it is adverb. Okay. In the same way, see that negate means to deny something, and its noun is negation, and then adjective is negative, and adverb is negatively. Okay, in this way you can change all of the changeable parts of speech into four parts of speech, and whenever you will go to read new words, and if you follow the technique, then I think you will be benefited a lot, because English is nothing but collection of words, and to know the use of words, the more word you will collect, the more word you will know, and the more you will know the use of words, the more you will be benefited. Okay, now come to the example I have given you. So that we love Bangladesh. I have again written the sentence, and so that we is subject here, and love is verb here, and Bangladesh is object. So what is the basic structure here? Subject plus verb plus object. Okay, and see that part of sentence here, we is subject, that is uddeshya, and love Bangladesh. After subject, the next part of the sentence is called predicate. Okay, so subject means the word that is that does the main task of the sentence is called basically subject, and the rest of the part of the sentence, whole part of the sentence is called predicate. Okay, so I think you have understood what is the structure, basic structure of a sentence, and what is the part, that means what are the parts of a sentence. One sentence has two parts, one is subject, another one is predicate, and the basic structure of a sentence is subject plus verb plus object. And another point you have to remember that whenever we will think it as negative, then we have to use auxiliary verb, and that auxiliary verb, what will be, if I show you, we do not love a liar. See that we do not love a liar, and see that as it is present in different tense, that's why you have to use to after we, and not, and then main verb, and then object. Okay. In the same way, whenever we are going to make or turn any sentence from affirmative to negative, then you have to use auxiliary verb, and after that auxiliary verb you have to use not. In this way you have to turn the sentences. Okay. Later on I will I think all of you have understood what I'm telling you, and you may think that the topic is not so important for you, but I think it is very important for you, because all of the terms I have already told about are very important, because subsequently whenever you will go to study anything of the English language, then that these terms are necessary and will be used again and again. So you have to identify the terms, all of the terms. Otherwise the topic you will go to study, then it will be somewhat difficult for you to understand. Okay, that's why you have to understand the terms properly. Okay, so that I have a basic structure. It will be used again and again, and that's why. And what does it mean? You have to know it. Maulik gঠন, বাক্যের মৌলিক গঠন, and then subject. Subject has a lot of meanings, you know. Subject means কর্তা, উদ্দেশ্য, and বিষয়, and sometimes প্রজা also. And object means কর্ম, দ্রব্য, পণ্য. When it is verb, then it is আপত্তি করা. Okay. And if I write down or show the other perspectives of object, then what will be? And its noun is, you know, objection. Okay. Now is objection, that is aputti, just aputti, and that is adjective form is objective. It is adjective, objective, আপত্তিজনক or উদ্দেশ্যমূলক or নৈর্ব্যক্তিক, and it is known to all objective as নৈর্ব্যক্তিক, and then its adverb is objective. Okay, and it is changeable perception. That's why it has other perspectives. Noun, adjective, verb, and adverb. Okay, and that's why you have to know all of the things. Others will not do, because for your all of the grammatical points, those terms will be used, will come again and again. That's why those terms should be clear to you. And I think this is from me today, and try to stay home and try to eat a balanced diet and try to follow health rules. And no more now. Thank you very much.